with Robert McNamara. But Howard Zinn, welcome to Democracy Now! Let's begin with you, assessing the legacy of Robert McNamara.
Well, assessing the legacy, it seems to me one of the things we should be thinking about is that McNamara represented all of those superficial qualities of brightness and intelligence and education, that are so revered in our culture. This whole idea that you judge young kids today on the basis of what their test scores are, how smart they are, how much information they can digest, how much they can give back to you and remember. That's what McNamara was good at. He was, he was bright, he was smart, but he had no moral intelligence. What strikes me that we can learn from, one of the many things we can learn from this McNamara experience, is we better stop revering these superficial qualities of brightness and smartness and bring up a generation which thinks in moral terms, which has moral intelligence, and which asks questions, not do we win or do we lose, ask questions, is this right, is it wrong? And McNamara never asked that question, even when he was leaving, even when he decided, he had to leave in the post of Secretary of Defense, even when we left, and his leaving was not based on the fact that the war was wrong. His leaving was based on the fact, we weren't going to win. Unfortunately, the present administration is still stuck in that kind of thinking. I hear them talking in the White House and around the White House, Obama and the others, about winning in Afghanistan, and not asking, is it right that we are in Afghanistan? So to me, that's one of the important things to think about when we try to learn something from the life of this figure, McNamara. Another thing I suppose I think about is the fact that after he decided that we should get out of Vietnam, after he decided that, he remains silent. He leaves in silence. He doesn't speak out and tell the rest of the country we need to get out. He doesn't criticize the ongoing war, whether it's under Johnson or later under Nixon. No, he sits by silently while the war goes on. This is the kind of unpardonable thing that we should be, I think, very much concerned with.
We're going to break and come back to this discussion. Howard Zinn, historian, author of People's History of the United States and so many other books, and we'll also get comment from Professor Marilyn Young as well as Jonathan Schell.